Welcome to my live. I am so excited that you're able to join me. We are going to have so much fun. Say hi as you come in so I know that you're here. If you are new and are not currently working with the designer, please just comment the word newbie and I will make sure to send you some Chalk Couture information. If you're watching the replay, hi. So what is Chalk Couture? We are a fun high-end DIY home decor company used to make different gifts and decorations from your home on a budget. So Chalk Couture has so many fun products. We have our Chalkology Chalk Paste, which is great for chalkboards where you can design and repeat as much as you like. We also have Couture ink, so you can make permanent on fabrics or glass or ceramics. We have hundreds of reusable silkscreen transfers, lots of fun tools, and a full assortment of different surfaces for all of your projects. You want to make sure you join my Chalkaholic VIP group. This is where there's so much more fun and there's specials. You can also sign up for a workshop. I love to hold workshops and share my love of Chalk Couture. We also have Club Couture. This is a fun mail subscription where you get an exclusive transfer and chalk paste sent to your home every month for the low price of $19.99. You can also host your own private party, get your friends and family together and make your own projects. You can also become a designer and start your own empire. There's so many different ways with Chalk Couture to make money. If you are excited about any of these things, please just send me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So don't forget, in my Chalkaholic VIP group, if you post a picture of your finished project, you will be entered in a drawing for a free transfer every month. How exciting is that? So without further ado, let's go on and let's chalk this project. Thank you so much for helping me, and let's chalk. Hello, everybody. It is Saturday morning. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Debbie. Hopefully no judgments on appearances. I can't see you, so pretend you can't see me. Good morning, good morning. So today I really wanted to do a last Halloween project. Halloween is so close that hopefully you have your Halloween transfers and your house is already decorated. I just wanted to do one other little piece of decoration for my house, and I don't know what I've been waiting for. I know it took me a while to get it, so you guys are gonna help me put it together today, and I'm super excited. Okay. Good morning, Debbie. Hey, Sue. Okay. Oh, a little under the weather this week. So what we have here to start, let me go ahead and share our workspace and we will get started here. Okay, here's our little workspace. And the first part we're gonna do is, hey Sharon, is that I wanted to do the Eat Sweets and Be Spooky transfer. And what we're gonna be building is one of those three-tiered, I don't even know what you call them. They're the three-tiered, I don't want to call it a display, but kind of is. Maybe I'll just show you guys. One of these. Have you seen these at your local craft stores? At first, I didn't catch on to these because I thought that they were very farmhousey, and my house is not farmhouse. But the more I looked at it and saw how versatile it was, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make something for Halloween. So here we go today, okay? So what we have is the Eat Sweets and Be Spooky, and I have picked our 5x7 palette board to go on there. This is one of our double-sided surfaces. It is made of wood. Oh, thanks, Sherry. It is, good morning. It is one of our wooden surfaces, so I went ahead
and put some paste wax on it first. That's just going to make it super smooth. It's going to fill in all the little nooks and crannies, and it's going to make it so that I don't get any little pieces of wood on my transfer backing. It's actually long sleeve also, but I am just under the weather. So we're gonna put this on there, and that's gonna go on our display. But I don't know if you guys have been to your local Bullseye store. I'm sure you know what the local Bullseye store is. I have 2 of these. These were in the bin. They're little tombstones on a little rope. And this is gonna go on our top tier, okay? And what we're gonna use for these is that we're going to use some of our Let's Get Wicked. And only like the top part is going to show on these. So we're going to orient it more towards the top. And our inspiration for this are going to be these colored candies. So we have green, purple, and orange. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the orange peel, and for the green, kiwi looks pretty good. If you don't have kiwi, parakeet works pretty good, or even you could use sage or any of our greens. We have a lot of greens. Meadow would also be a good choice. And then for the purple, I am going to use grape soda. If you don't have grape soda, the current colors that we do have, oh, we have so many colors, is our raspberry sorbet and our iris. If you mix those together, you will get a nice grape soda. So those are the 3 colors I'm going to use for this. I have to make sure I have enough orange peel. Yeah, we're good. So first I'm going to open up one of our pastes, and I'm going to go ahead and stir it up, okay? You want the consistency of sour cream or yogurt. If it is any thicker, I like mine to kind of come off of my stir stick a little bit. We're going to take a little bit of distilled water and just give a tiny little spritz in there and stir it up. You don't want it to be too thick, or else it's going to clog up your silkscreen of your transfer and you're going to be sad. So yes, these little tombstones are at your local Bullseye store. They're in the dollar bin or by the Halloween section, and they're only $3. So let's make sure all of our pastes are ready. And then our purple, again, you could use any purple. Oh, I must have squirted a lot of water in this before I closed it, and it worked really well. Hey, Amanda. Say hi as you come in so I know you're here. Sharon, is this your first video with us? If you're a newbie, comment newbie, and I will make sure to send you some information after to kind of catch you up on Chalk Couture. And ooh, kiwi's one of my favorites, so it gets a little set aside a lot because it is retired. We may have to use one of our current colors. But what I did is I just went ahead and I sprayed some distilled water in there. You don't want to use top water on your paste because who knows what's in there and all the minerals. You could cause molding in your jar. And I'm taking this multi-tool and I'm just going to work this in. Another thing that works well is putting your paste in the microwave, and if it's completely, hey Barbara, if it's completely dried out. But don't fret, this paste is very forgiving and it can come back. You could bring it back to life like a Halloween project. See how this is already coming back? So I'm just going to, squirt some water in here and let this one sit, and we're going to use it last and see if it takes too long to get that one back, I'm just going to pick a different green. Okay. So then we have our little tombstones. Hey, Enid! Look at these newbies. Hi, Barbara. Okay. Thank you for joining us. I should have made myself a little more presentable for you guys. But then you wouldn't really know the real me, I guess. Okay, so we need to pick 3 of these guys. And like I said, only the top is going to show for this project that we're doing. So over here, I want to do, we'll stick our bats on that. And these are all little transfers that are part of the Let's Get Wicked transfer sheet. It's a B-size transfer. Hey Pam, it's 8.5 by 11, and you get 12 different mini transfers on the sheet to make all these fun different projects. And then I love the spider web. You guys know me, and you know I'm not going to do a project that is the first about putting in the microwave. What did I miss? There's been several posts in some of the larger groups about people that have been really busy and they haven't been able to chalk. So when they went back to their paste, it was kind of like how, actually a little worse than my kiwi right now. See how it's coming back? I'm stirring it a little bit, but I think it's going to take a little longer. And the tips that I found very helpful that they did live videos for, one of them was to take like a hot water kettle, like a tea kettle, Sue, and have that hot water and then pouring hot water in, hot distilled water, and then stirring it up, and it brought it completely back to normal texture. The other one is just putting a little bit of water in and then microwaving it a little at a time and stirring it up. I like the pouring the hot water in better. Okay, how you doing, Pam? So I think that's going to be too time consuming right now for my kiwi, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on over to parakeet, which is a color that's still available. So it's better to use that one anyway, because when you guys fall in love with the parakeet, you'll know where to get it. See how this is the right consistency? It's because I use parakeet a lot. You'll find parakeet in the last chance section of the chalk site. I'll put that up here now in case you want to go grab some. So when all the parakeet is sold out, then parakeet is gone. We do have a lot of new greens this catalog. We have meadow, pesto, rainforest, and sage. See how that's perfect? But those are just ways to go ahead and, what should we do? Should we do the pumpkin? It's hard to tell because not all of what's on it's going to show, but we'll do the pumpkin, and at least some of it will show. Hold on. Get that down there. Good. These have been used so many times, much more than the lifespan of a Chalk Couture transfer. And if they ever get a little less sticky, what I normally do is this is when I break out my Clorox wipe, and I'll see if I can get this pumpkin to reactivate the stickiness. And just wipe the back a little bit, like that, and set it aside. That one has been used at all of my private parties, so it's way past its life. We'll go ahead and work on what we have on here. So we have stars, and then we have these bats. I'm thinking of doing the bats in purple, and then the stars, maybe we'll do the stars in, I'm trying to decide if I want to introduce any other colors other than our inspiration, which are these candies in here. Maybe we'll do the bats. Okay, let's see. Let's bring in Bumblebee, because I think Bumblebee is also a really good Halloween yellow. Stir that up. This is our Bumblebee. Hey, Deborah. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I have these squeegees that have been cut into little pieces. This is so I can get, oh, Jennifer wants green stars. You got it, girl. We'll do parakeet stars, and we'll do grape soda bats. So you take the squeegees, you can cut them in all different shapes and sizes. These are such small areas that it just makes it easier to get them, because if I was going to use a small squeegee, it kind of covers the whole entire project, and I may get some where I don't want some. So feel free to cut them up. Oh my gosh. Did you see what I just did? I just made my, okay, we're going to do it backwards. Sorry, Jen. I went to go make a purple bat, and I made a purple star. So we're going to do it opposite. We'll see how we like it. Remember, we can always wash this off and redo it. That's the fun of Chalk Couture. That is the fun of it. So we'll see. If it looks bad, we'll wash it off and we'll do it backwards and do... But I don't think this would look bad either way. I don't think it will. I think green bats are acceptable too. Right? And then we're just going to chalk that on there. And then we're going to get off the excess and put it right back into the jar. And then we're going to peel that off. Oh, I think it looks gorgeous. And then this I'm just going to set aside and take that to the sink when we're done. Can you guys see that? I kind of like it. Now, if you guys were too disappointed and said, oh, Michelle, you dum-dum, we wanted the bats to be purple, I would erase it and then just redo it. But I'm kind of digging it. There are no rules. That's right. She says, I like the yellow better now. The bumblebee. I need to put my hair up, guys. I'm sorry. Sometimes I keep stuff in here. Sometimes I don't. Okay. That's okay. How about our spider web? Let's do, we have this grayish. That looks good with everything. I need to use some of it too because I had another jar bust. Look how full this is. I had another jar bust. Ugh. And I had to combine it all so I didn't lose it. This might be too thick. We're going to try it anyway. I need to use it down. I need to use it down because I had to shove it in this jar so I didn't lose any of it because the other jar busted at one of our events. And this I am going to use a small squeegee, and I'm going to just go over like this. I'm not even going to save that because that jar is way too full. I'm going to put it on the side here and we can use it or we could lose it. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the spider web. This is our color grayish. It's from our new fall winter catalog, and it's like a gorgeous gray beige mixture. And then we're going to peel that, and then we have a beautiful spider web. I have a little bucket of water here that I'm putting like these used squeegees in. Okay. It looks good, and you would never be called a dum-dum. Sue, you're always so sweet. Okay. Now, let's see if our pumpkin got any stickier, and it did. Is there hair on there? And then let's... I feel like it's still a little wet though. It is, which we don't want. So I'm going to go ahead and take my fuzzing cloth over here. They have these transfers on them that have paste on them. And then I'm just going to put it in the smooth side of the fuzzing cloth just to make sure it's dry. It's a microfiber side. It doesn't add fuzz to your transfer. It just is a nice cloth to dry your transfer or to buff your board if you have any marks on your board. Perfect. See, last time it moved around. Now we're sticking perfectly. I'm just going to make sure there's no air bubbles in there. And then we're going to get our orange peel. Again, if your orange peel or any color looks a little thicker than sour cream or Greek yogurt, just add a little bit of distilled water. Put some right on top. This time I'm grabbing a little mini squeegee. And we're going to just put that pumpkin on there. Get all the excess off, put it back into the jar, and then peel that off. And then you have a cute little pumpkin. I'm gonna put my transfer to the side. If you're gonna go to the sink right away, after you're done, you can put your transfers into the water bath. I am not, because I'm slow, and the least time your water sits submerged in water, your transfer, I mean, the least time it sits in there, the better it will be. You don't want to dissolve any of your adhesive on the back. Okay. And if you're just joining, I oriented the pictures towards the top for a reason. We're going to be building a 3-tiered little design. So the bottoms are going to be kind of not showing. So I'm going to take this and just set this aside for now. And then we're going to move on to this project. So again, this is our 5x7 palette board by Chalk Couture. It's gorgeous. You can do the back side. You can also chalk on the front side. And I have picked Eat Sweets and Be Spooky. Do you remember we used this to make that glass block filled with candy corn? It's still nice and sticky, but I've used this one about 3 times. I've also used this for a private party demonstration. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick it on here. And remember, this is wood, so I did wax it with Minwax first. You could also use our Chalk Couture paste wax. And I'm going to just put this on here. And again, for this, I do want to keep along with this color scheme. Make sure it's on there nice and good. So we have candies and we have Eat Sweets and Be Spooky. Let's see. We're going to do the paste and peel method. So this is going to be a good thing to see if you want to do several colors on a transfer and you're not super fast, because you don't want your chalk paste to dry in the silkscreen, or when that happens, when you go to pull up your silkscreen, your chalk paste is going to be dried within the silkscreen and it's going to come up with your silkscreen. And what you really want to happen is you want it to lay flat on your surface. So the key to that is, number one, having really good consistency of chalk paste. Again, you want it to be like sour cream or yogurt. I like mine to kind of spill off of my stir stick a little bit. And number two, you want a nice thin layer. All you need is to put a little bit over the area that you want to cover, and then use your squeegee to use the work. So you're going to spread it with your squeegee, take off all excess, put it back in the jar. Thin, thin, thin layer is the best, okay? And then go in sections. There's no rush. There's no rush. So what do you guys think color-wise? We can make the candies all different colors, but how about for our words? I don't even know if I put this on straight, but you guys should know that I never do anyway. Should we do all the words one color? Or should we do Eat Sweets and one color and then Be Spooky? I'll help you guys. I'll help you guys. I'll let you guys help me design. I know that there's a little bit of a delay, so hey Lori. So I will let you guys go ahead and give your suggestions of how you would design this. And then when you take these transfers to the sink. I recommend having a board eraser. They're kind of like Mr. Clean erasers, but there's no chemicals inside. I just put this under running water, and then I just go like this, and they come clean. It gets off most of the staining, usually all of the staining, depending on how dark the color is and how long it's been sitting on there. And if your transfer does stain, absolutely fine. It's gonna work the same, okay? Hey, Julie. So, okay. We still have to put this thing together, so I'm going to go ahead and do some of these candies while you guys are deciding. This one still looks good. I'm going to start doing some of these candies, and you guys can help me figure out how we should do the words. So first I'm going to get some of the purple. I'm going to do 2 of these purple. I'm going to do this one up here, purple. Now on these wooden palette boards, I did wax it, so it is more forgiving. If I make a mistake, I can use a board eraser and get some of it off, but they are meant for one-time use. So you're not going to keep it up for Halloween and take it down for Christmas and wash it off and redo. That's not going to be how these boards work. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of candy and all the extras off. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel it up just to expose that piece of candy. On the other side. And this is called the paste and peel method. So we're going to paste on what we want. We're going to let it dry for a minute. This will give you guys time to decide, helping me to color the words. And you can help it along by using a blow dryer or a heat tool to dry these. What you want to be really cautious about is you don't want to hit your transfer with that kind of heat, because it will shrink it like a shrinky dink and you'll be super sad and you won't be able to finish your project. Talking from experience. Yeah. So, just a minute or so. If you are going to use the dryer, then I'd recommend really peeling it back this far and kind of hitting it like this. But just not having your dryer anywhere near your transfer. You could even use the cool setting of a hair dryer. That would be better. And then I'm just going to put it back down. So that is our paste and peel. And we'll move on to the next candy. We're going to go ahead. I'm looking at my screen like, how did it get so crooked? I don't know. I think it's because I was trying to measure where I need to move my thing so you guys can help me build it. And I didn't put it back right. That's all right. So we're going to do... we are going to do this one. I think I really want the Eat Sweets and orange peel. And I don't think you guys have a preference, so we're going to do that. There's such a delay in comments that even if you answered, I'll probably be done before. So we'll do these 2 candies in parakeet. And you could use a multi-tool, or like I said, these cut little squeegees. And they work great for all these small, tiny areas. Just cut them up. There we go. Nice and thin layer. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to peel that up. Now we have 2 more candies on our board. Isn't that super easy and fun? Yes. All right. Now make sure every time you put it back down, you just want to make sure that you use your finger and make sure it's completely down on the board. And you also, if you use heat, you want to make sure that whatever board you are chalking on comes back to room temperature before you chalk on it. You don't want it to be hot. All right. So now I'm just going to put some orange peel on here, and I'm going to take a mini squeegee. That one's already dry. If they're dry, I throw it in the water. That way when I go to the sink to wash everything, they're pretty much clean already. And then I'm going to see how I'm going to have the squeegee do the work for me. I just put a little bit of paste on there, and this little guy, look at this, just goes all the way across. You want to hold your squeegee straight up and down and give some nice even pressure. Like that. And then the excess just goes back in the jar. And then the palette boards can have a little bit of unevenness where the boards connect. That's normal and that's okay. It's just like any other crafting palette. I got a little bit of the and in there, which is okay. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. If I ever do a boo-boo going into word separation, I'm going to show you what I do, and then people don't even know I didn't mean to do it. All right. So let's go ahead and peel that down. You see I have a teeny bit right there. That's okay. And then I notice that I can get a little bit more up on that E. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this. And when I go to put this down, I'm just going to make sure I have it down, and then I can go over again where I want it to go. Hopefully my candy was fully dry and that didn't just go through there. No, it didn't. Good. There we go. So I got a little bit at the top of that A, but I want to transition, I think, to, gosh, what color do I like better on here? Green or purple? Oh, that's a toss-up. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Put that down. So the word and, I had a little bit of orange in. So we're going to change that color to a hot mess. What that means is I'm going to dot one color like that. And then I'm going to take another color and I'm going to dab it with it. And we are going to kind of marble them together to make a fun little thing. And I'm also going to do it to the word B. So, add some green in there. If everything is kind of close and you're worried about it, you can also use some of our placement tape to cover up an area you don't want to mix together. And then I'm going to grab another one of my cut little squeegees, and then we're just going to kind of go like this. And kind of mix them a little bit, blend them together a little bit. Like that. Now you don't want to put that back into the jar because we don't have a jar to match that color. But it's going to give a really cool special effect, and no one would know that the only reason why I made those words hot mess is because I accidentally got a color in the next line. I could have either just done that word orange, or I like this method. And then voila. Let me see if you guys can even appreciate that hot messness. Oh God, I should have done the whole thing in hot mess after I see this. You guys see that? So it looks marbled, it looks beautiful. It's the orange peel and parakeet, and it looks like I meant to do it, but instead it's really a hot mess. Okay, so now spooky, we're either gonna do in purple or green. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You guys are being very quiet right now. I am gonna do this little candy corn over here in orange. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Get off the extra. And then we'll go with purple, Barbara said. Okay, perfect. Look at that cute little candy corn down there. Just gonna speed this up a little bit. And then we're gonna do our spooky in purple. So we just need a little bit on there. And then I'm gonna use a mini squeegee. And then I think this transfer is gonna be put away until next year. I used a lot of my transfers from last year again this year. And this one I feel like I could use every year as well. You just want to make sure that you wash it really good with a board eraser, and then or just in cold water if you don't have a board eraser, and put it in a nice cool place. You could even start your own little binder with these, or we have our transfer holding case that you can use, and it will keep till next year. All right. We have our spookiness. Let's go ahead and peel that off. Oh, that looks gorgeous. My transfer is going over to the side. And then now we have to build our display. So what I like to do is take my stir stick, get all of the paste off of the sides, put a little bit of distilled water in so that it keeps the moisture. The moisture inside the jars, it absorbs. That's how, when I opened up my kiwi, it was so dry. It's because over time, moisture evaporates. And these are water soluble. And then we have our parakeet. Remember, parakeet is one of the in vogue colors from last catalog. It's still available online. You just need to go to the last chance section and find it there. We have our purple. Purple there. We didn't use Bumblebee, but all right, we'll dry this really quick, and then you're going to assemble this. Now, since there is still room left on here, we could always take those candies and we could spread it around and do candies all around if we wanted to. I kind of like the way that this looks the way it is. Isn't that cute? So let me set up my camera now so you guys can help me put together the tray. Hold on. I'm going to try not to knock you guys over or make you dizzy. But you guys need to be all the way back to here. Let me see if this is low enough. Let's see. see how this goes. All right. So we have this. I don't think it's low enough. Let's see. Let me take that off. Let me lower you down a little bit more. Do any of you guys have this type of tier tray that you like to design every month? I know that I think Rae Dunn really inspired a lot. There we go. Now we can see. Rae Dunn inspired this a lot with a lot of her things. Let's see. How is that? How is that? Okay, so here we have this, and we'll start off with our little tombstones. Or should we start on the bottom? We'll start on the top. It's kind of... Oh, good. So you can see our little pumpkin. And then depending on where you are, you can see our bats. And on the other side, you see a spider web. Yay! And then I have these little jars of candy just from the local craft store. And I'm going to put one in here. He's kind of in the back, so you can't see it, but I guarantee you, anybody that is a candy lover, they're going to notice that there's a jar of candy in there, okay? And then we have some caramel corn. Put that in there. We have some Halloween candy. Put that in there. We have some more candy. Put that in there. Oh, gosh. And then we have, I'm going to move some of these around, even more candy in there, yeah. And then for fun, we have some, these were also in the Bullseye store. They are like Halloween succulents, and I love succulents. So I'm going to put those to take up some space in there. What else do we have here? We have assorted little pumpkins that go in here. But what we'll do is we'll kind of, let's see if we can see this even. I guess you guys are kind of up and down. But this will be in there. Let me see. It's going to be hard for you guys to see because you're completely straight ahead. But where I am, I could see the whole entire thing. It says eat sweets and be spooky. And then I always like to add a little bit of floral. So we have these little guys here. And I just like to kind of have them coming off like this. And then we'll do some like this. Hey, Carrie. Like this. How does it look? And then I'm going to fill some of these blank spaces with, will you fit up here? With some pumpkins. Let me see for a second. Oh, this is cute. But yes, I'm going to be putting different pumpkins in there, different gourds to fill up these spaces. What do you guys think? Is it too bright to see? I'll take a picture. I kind of wanted another pumpkin up here, but I don't know if that's going to look kind of silly. Just pumpkins in the back. Okay, so we have our, oh gosh, eat sweets and be spooky. I'm gonna have to take a better picture so you guys can see, but here we have our whole entire tier tray. Isn't it cute? Oh, thank you, Barbara. So this is a cute display. This is actually going in my kitchen. So maybe I'll take a picture of it there, or I'll take a picture of it sitting down here. But it has everything I need, and then it can kind of be switched out for any season or any reason. I can imagine at Christmas putting, I already have like a little camper with a tree on the back, or I have a little gingerbread house, and they'll go in here, and I will put one of our Christmas transfers on a little board. I know you guys can't see it because of this, but if you were actually standing here, you would be able to see the whole sign there. But hopefully in the picture, you'll get a better idea of what it looks like. But this is how amazing it is and how easy it is to create such a beautiful piece of home decor that looks like you spent a lot more on. Okay, so thank you guys for joining me this morning. Join me tomorrow for a Christmas shadow box that I'm super excited about. I kind of was going to just not do this one live. I just do this for myself. But I wanted to show you one more last Halloween one. But tomorrow I'm jumping right back to our, is it our first Christmas shadow? Oh my gosh, it might be our first Christmas shadow box this season. Stay tuned though, because there'll be many, many more. So let me go ahead. Oh, I got this one from one of the big box craft stores, and it was at least half off. At least half off, Barbara. And there's so many inspirations online. Oh, I'm too far away to change the screen there. So coming up ahead, we have a Christmas shadow box. We still have some Chalk Couture projects to do. It is so cute, Barbara. What else do we have? Lots of Christmas ahead. We have some more fall and Thanksgiving ahead. And then some non-seasonal projects too, in case you guys just don't like to decorate for the holidays. But super fun things. Stay tuned. And if you're a newbie and you've never have seen these videos and you would like more information on Chalk Couture, just comment newbie and I will welcome you to the group and give you some information. And hopefully you continue to join us, okay? Have a great day, everybody. Bye.